Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Green. We're going to be doing another Bible study. Today's going to be on Genesis chapter 42. If you'd like me to come speak at your church or if you have any questions, please email me at godsohman@gmail.com. Now, we're talking about a time of history about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, which they call the 12 tribes of Israel. And as you know from the last chapter, Joseph became the vice pharaoh, and now it's time where there's going to be good times of 7 years and bad times of 7 years. And Joseph's actually the last person listed in the Bible of any kind of dates of his age. And we actually have secular history from Joseph on. And if you add up all the dates, this person begot this person, who begot this person. If you add up all those dates, you're going to get that the earth's about 6,000 years old. And we're going to be talking about Joseph today, which was the 11th son. Benjamin is the youngest son, and Benjamin and Joseph were sons of Jacob's favorite wife, Rachel. But the first and second son, Simon and Reuben and Simon, is going to have a key role in this story today. So Genesis 42, Genesis 42, verse 1. Now when Jacob saw there was no corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, Why do you look one upon another? And he said, Behold, I have heard there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither, and buy for us thence, so we may live and not die. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. Now it says 10 brethren. One is Joseph, he's in Egypt, and the one that's missing is Benjamin. And Jacob does not send Benjamin. But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob, sent not with his brethren. For he said, Lest peradventure mischief befalls upon him. Now remember, Benjamin and Joseph was from his favorite wife, Rachel. And so he already lost Joseph. He thought he died. And so he didn't want to send Benjamin. And the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. And Joseph was governor over the land. And it was that sold all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth. Now if you remember back before, Joseph had a dream about this. Back in Genesis 37, verse 5, it says, And Joseph dreamt a dream, and he told his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. And they said unto him, Hear that I pray you this dream which I have dreamt. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose, and stood upright. And behold, your sheaf stood round, and made abstinence to the sheaf. Back to 42. And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but he made himself strange unto them, and spoke roughly to them. And he said unto them, Where come ye? And they said, From the land of Canaan to buy food. And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew him not. And Joseph remembered the dreams that they dreamed of them. And he said unto them, You are spies. To see the nakedness of the land ye are come. And they said unto him, Nay, my lord, but to buy food are thy servants come. We are all one man's sons. We are true men. Thy servants are no spies. And he said unto them, Nay, but see the nakedness of the land you are to come. And they said, Thy servants are 12 brethren, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. And behold, the youngest is in this day with our father, and one is not. So basically they're saying, our father had 12 sons. We're 10 of them. The youngest is at home, but the number 11th one, he actually died. And Joseph said unto them, That is it that I have spoken to you, saying, Ye are spies. Hereby you shall be proved. By the life of Pharaoh, you shall not go forth hence, except your youngest brother come hither. So he's basically saying, because I think you're spies, unless you bring your brother here, I'm not going to believe you. Send one of you, and let him fetch your brothers. And ye shall be kept in prison, that your words may be proven, whether ye be only truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh surely you are spies. And he put them all together into wards for 3 days. And Joseph said unto them, The third day this do, and live, for I fear God. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in the house of your prison. Go ye, carry corn for the famine of your houses. But bring your youngest brother unto me, so shall your words be verified, and ye shall not die. And they did so. And they said to one another, We are verily guilty concerning our brother, that we saw the anguish of his soul. When he beseeched us, we would not hear. Therefore is this distress upon us. So they're saying, are we getting punished because of Joseph? We put Joseph in a hole, we sold him. Maybe this is God's punishment for us. And Reuben, who's the oldest, answered them, saying, Speak I not unto you, saying, Do not sin against the child, that you would not hear. Therefore, behold, also his blood is required. So Reuben's saying, I told you, do not sin against him, and you wouldn't listen to me. 23. And they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spoke unto them in an interpreter. So Reuben's having this conversation with his brothers in front of Joseph, and they don't think that Joseph understands them because they think that he's the vice pharaoh. But actually, Joseph understood everything they were saying. And he turned himself about from them, and he wept. And he returned to them again, and communed with them, and took from them Simeon, which is the second oldest, and bound him before their eyes. So they put Simeon in a little dungeon, and waited for the boys to come back. Then Joseph commanded to fill their sacks with corn, and to restore every man's money into his sacks, and to give them provisions for their way, and thus he did unto them. So Joseph told the guards, Fill their sacks with corn, but also put the money for the corn back in their sacks, give it back to them, and also give them food so they can get back home. And I think he did this for a couple different reasons. And they laid their asses with the corn and departed thence. And one of them opened their sacks to give his ass provisions for the inn, and he spied his money, for behold, it was in his sack's mouth. So one of them opened up their sacks, and they saw the money that was inside of it. And he said unto his brethren, My money is restored, and lo, it is even in my sack. And their hearts failed them, and they were afraid, saying to one another, What is this that God has done to us? So first they think that the vice pharaoh is being mean to them because of what they did to Joseph. Joseph's calling them spies, saying, I don't trust you. He's keeping one of the boys captive in the jail, saying that you have to go home and get your youngest brother. And I think he's doing this because he wants to see if the boys have learned their lesson. And now they've got money in their sack, so they are going to think that they stole from Pharaoh. And they came to Jacob, their father, unto the land of Canaan, and told him all that befell upon them, saying, The man who is the Lord of the land spoke roughly to us, and took us for spies of the country. And we said unto him, We are true men, we are no spies. We be 12 brethren, sons of our father, one is not, and the youngest this day is with our father in the land of Canaan. And the man, the Lord of the country, said unto us, Hereby shall I know that you are true men. Leave one of your brethren here with me, and take food for the famine of your household, and be gone. And bring your youngest brother unto me, and then I shall know you are no spies. But if they were true men, so will I deliver your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land. And it came to pass as they emptied their sacks, that behold, every man's bundle of money was in his sack. And when both all their father saw the bundles of money, they were afraid. And Jacob their father said unto them, Me have retrieved my children. Joseph is not, and Simon is not, and now you will take Benjamin away. All these things are against me. So now Jacob's scared, because he already lost his son Joseph. They said that he died in some kind of a animal attack. He's kept Simeon hostage, and now he wants Benjamin also. So now it's very possible he could lose 3 of his 12 sons. And Reuben spoke unto his father, saying, Slay my 2 sons if I bring him not to thee. Deliver him to my hand, and I will bring him to thee again. So Reuben's saying, I'm gonna basically say that it's my responsibility to not only get Simeon back, but to also bring Benjamin back. And if I don't do so, you can kill my 2 sons. And he said, My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone. If mischief befalls on him by the way of which ye go,
You bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave. So Jacob's saying, I don't want you taking Benjamin. I've already lost Joseph. Simeon's held captive. And now if I lose Benjamin, I'm going to lose both of the sons of my favorite wife. I can't do this. It's going to bring me sorrow to the grave. So guys, I appreciate you guys watching my video. Again, if you'd like me to come speak at your church, or if you have any questions, you can email me, godsohman@gmail.com. You can also comment on the bottom of the video if you want. And I appreciate you guys watching my video, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.